We are halfway home in the MBNA Platinum 200, but Ed Berrier's not going to see the checkered flag today. He and Casey Atwood got together at turn number 4, spun off the corner down the main straightaway. Casey, as you see, has made it around in the Castrol car to the pits, but Ed Berrier's afternoon seems to be done, and it's never pretty when he's going to take the big old mallet.
Yeah, let's see if we can tell what happened here. I believe that 77 must have spun in front of him.
Now there they are.
No.
Casey caught the lip of the racetrack.
No, he wobbled.
Yeah, Casey caught the apron. Half the car was on the banking, half on the flat.
Ow.
And it shot him up.
Yep.
Ed Berrier hard into the inside wall. And you're on a 9-degree bank there. When you come across, it just feels like it picks up speed.
Oh.
You can see everybody there going, what do I do? And into the inside. Look how hard he hit there.
That's a hard, man,
right on the driver's side.
See, that track it's banked. It goes down like that, and when it does, I mean, it just picks up speed as it comes down that hill. Yeah. And folks, I got to tell you, television does not do these wrecks justice.
No, because that was a hard lick to the outside, and then he spins all the way across the racetrack. Now, when he hits right there, you can see that.
That's 3,200 pounds. That what a Busch car weighs at 34.
Yep. 34.
3,400 pounds ricocheting off of a wall like that. That's a hard lick.
Just hold on. Put your fender at the top there, Jason. Right up at the top.
Wow. Meanwhile, there's what remains of, of Ed Berrier's car. You rarely see a guy hit just one wall, like you say here, especially at the exit of the corner of 2 and 4, where that track narrows up on you.
Well, it narrows up, and then the straightaways are banked. Now, what are they, 9 degrees? So, I mean, you're going to go down the hill into that inside retaining wall.
Actually, more than that, straights here are 16 degrees, so it really throws you downhill.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's Ward Burton. He is running in second spot right now. Ward in that Bill Davis car. And Ralph, they had hoped to qualify at California for the Busch race, but remember, got rained out and all. So this has been a nice turnaround for them.
This has been a fantastic turnaround for them, Eli. Tommy Baldwin is the crew chief for Ward Burton. How's the car right now, Tommy, and what adjustments will you make at the next stop?
The car's pretty good right now. We got a little tight from the center off. We're contemplating on what kind of adjustments we're going to do with the Siemens Pontiac, and I only went halfway. I should have went the whole way I wanted to do, but we're going to wait for it. Hopefully we'll get a caution about another 50 laps, and hopefully we'll get a good stop, make the necessary adjustments, and try to win this thing.
How important are these Busch races going to be to the development of the relationship between you and Ward and what you can do with the Cup car?
It's been big so far right now. We learned a lot, and we transferred some couple things over from qualifying the Busch car to the Winston Cup car, and we ended up 15th on the Cup. But I think we're going to learn a couple things today with the Siemens Pontiac, and we would make some air pressure adjustments, and hopefully we can start the race with those.
So there's the word from the pit lane as the field is going to get the 1-to-go signal when they get back to the start-finish line. And let me quickly correct myself and say that indeed you were correct. It is 9 degrees on the straightaways here, not 16. I had something I colloquially call something else, but I'll just say I forgot.
I don't even know how much 9 degrees is, but I thought that's what that straightaway was.
You are indeed correct.
And the corners are the same as Charlotte, 24 degrees.
Yeah. And let me say something about Tommy Baldwin. A sharp young man.
He is.
A very, very good crew chief, and he comes from good stock, too. His dad was a great driver.
Yeah, Tom Baldwin drives that black number 7 NY on the NASCAR Featherlight Modified Tour as the crew continues to work on Casey Atwood. Don't forget tomorrow, right back here at the Monster Mile, the MBNA Platinum 400. And join us if you can before the race begins. We'll have all the last-minute news from the garage area on the preview show. That starts at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, right here on TNN Motorsports. That's coming up tomorrow afternoon. Half lap away from going back to green, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ward Burton, Dick Trickle, Matt Kenseth, Kevin Grubb, David Green, Kenny Irwin. Hey, Jason Keller's up to 8th now with Kenny Wallace 9th, and Jeffrey Bodine to restart in 10th. Let's ride with Kenny Wallace. He'll give us the ride over towards the green flag. Johnny Norton atop the flag stand.
This one, the spotter saying, be ready, be ready, be ready. Go, 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 go. spotter, you got to anticipate that green flag coming out. You can't wait for it to come out if you're back in the pack a little bit. You got to anticipate it, and you got to be ready to move.
Big pack of traffic, 10th, 11th, 12th. Jeffrey Bodine, Terry Labonte, Todd Bodine, Elton Sawyer in the 98. You've got Johnny Benson in the 33. The 56 is Mike Dillon. 74, Tony Raines, and now Ernie Irvin, with whom we're riding.
Wow, you can see a lot of cars there. Big
Man.
crowd of cars, almost a wreck then.
That's a gaggle. That's a gaggle of cars right there, buddy. And they are hammering on each other, too.
Michael Waltrip and Joe Bessie made a little bit of contact coming off turn 2 just a second ago. We're back with the leaders right now. Dale Earnhardt Jr., and you see there Ward Burton in the 02. First appearance in that car, he's doing quite well.
He really is. I'll tell you somebody else, if he hadn't had trouble, looks to me like he had an awful good car today, too, is that 36 car. Speedwalk hanging right in there, buddy.
You know who else had a weird day is your brother. He was running real well, and now Michael's all the way back in 27th spot. Ralph, I see you lurking down there. What's the story?
Well, apparently, Eli, the story with Michael Waltrip is that he got together with the 37 Grubb cars. They had a little come-together sheet metal, and that affected the toe adjustment on Michael's car, which has now been knocked out or whacked, so the car's not handling the way it did at the beginning of the race.
I knew something had to happen to it because he's going to take that thing in there and put a Band-Aid on it.
Oh, there's contact there.
This crowd right here, this is a big, this is going to be big.
That was Jeff Green and Tony Raines. They made a little contact there, but they're running side by side. And I tell you, there's not much margin for error there. You can flip just a little bit and contact made.
I've been holding my breath watching that group.
See the folks from Napa bringing you timing and scoring from NASCAR. One, Randy LaJoy. Haven't talked much about him. He's in 24th position right now. Just makes the move around Jeff Krogh in that white number 56. 93 is Dave Blaney. Then Michael Waltrip right behind.
Of course, Blaney is Ward Burton's teammate, so you know they've got some good Busch cars.
I did ask, though, and that car was built for Ward Burton. It's not one of his cars that they're using. It's a brand new car built for Ward Burton to run these 5 races with.
6 is Joe Bessie. He works the low side of the racetrack in 27th spot. There you see some of Blaney's picked up 4 spots since the most recent restart. Only his 35th career Busch Series race, Dave Blaney. We've talked about him forever with his Pennzoil World of Outlaws career and so on. 192 feature wins, the guy who drives that 93 Amoco car.
Yeah, next year he's going to move up to Winston Cup for Bill Davis. So apparently Bill Davis sees that he has a lot of talent and he wants to move him up.
Up front, Dale Earnhardt Jr. still shows the way. He's got 0.7 of a second on Ward Burton, Matt Kenseth, and the rest of the field here at Dover. We're back in a moment.
That's 74.
Hey, guys in the pits, I want somebody to talk to Yuri and them. They got that car a lot better than before that pit stop.
Which car?
The 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're over here. We got to get Casey Atwood first, buddy, and then I'll go back over to the 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and keep an eye on that 74 car. He got a tire rubbing.
Oh. I think Earnhardt may have a thing in his shop where he teaches his drivers to move them like that. You think a little diagram?
I'm fine.
He plays a lot of video games. Maybe I had something to do with it.
You know what? He told me that before he goes to like Pocono or here or any place, he does the video game for 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
Earnhardt said.
Yeah, I've heard that. I'm worried about that 74 car. He got a left rear tire rubbing there a little bit.
Not a good place to have it go out, I think.
Somebody bumped into him. Ward's starting to struggle a little bit all of a sudden. I think it done used up his cars.
I don't know. This just hadn't come back up to speed since that last stop, unless Earnhardt's just picked it up that much.
Miles per hour wise,
146.
that's the fastest anybody's run. So he's checking out.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
okay.
That's what happened.
something happened.
Yep.
I hear it. Did you hear it come by?
Thunder.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
O2 car's dropping a cylinder or valve or something. All right.
Hear him when he comes by. It goes.
There is the race leader, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Lap speeds now quicker than anyone has run today. But all of a sudden, Ward Burton, who is still in second, has dropped a second and a half behind. There's the margin right there. Ralph, he just can't keep up.
No, Eli, it is definitely an engine problem. Ward is radioed in. He thinks it's either a valve or a piston. He doesn't expect it to last but a couple of laps. He's already told the crew, guys, it's going to be over in just a little while.
That's got to be a helpless feeling, huh, fellas?
But it is when you're running as good as he is. And, I mean, he had to slow down that much, but he's not keeping up with Dale Jr. either.
Eli, when he comes by, you can definitely hear it's all one cylinder, because when it comes by, it sounds like a tractor instead of a race car. When it comes by, it's got a real throaty sound to the motor.
Well, if you take the O2 car out of the picture, then you're going to have a lead for Dale Earnhardt Jr. of 4 seconds on the man who is now third, Dick Trickle, who's become the second-place runner, obviously. But right now, Dale Earnhardt Jr., 146 miles an hour or so, and that's faster than anybody's run today.
Yeah, they've been in the 144 range most of the time, so he definitely has stepped it up a notch.
Daryl, when you see him out there running on set or lose a cylinder like that, first thing you think about is where did all that metal go? If you drop a valve, where did it go to?
Yeah, well, it's going around in that engine right now. If it doesn't find any place to land, it'll be all right, but it's probably going to land somewhere. It ain't going to be good for the engine here for long.
The attrition rate has grown again. Ed Berrier has taken his car to the garage after the accident of earlier, and now Casey Atwood has retired his car as well. Let's get an update from him.
Well, Casey's car is up on jack stands, Eli. They're getting it ready to load it up on the truck. Casey, what happened between you and Ed Berrier?
We was real loose there since the beginning of the race, and I about wrecked 4 or 5 times. The car was so loose, we just had to guess on the setups, and we kept making adjustments to make it better, and it just didn't work out. So I got inside of him, and this car just spun out on me. I hate it for everybody that got into it, and the Castro team, we wrecked 3 weeks in a row, so they got their work cut out on them again.
So Casey Atwood will be with us next weekend in South Boston, Virginia. Tim Fedewa in the 36. Still a couple of laps down, but he gets around Ward Burton as Dale Earnhardt Jr. continues to lead in front of a huge crowd here at Dover. Here comes Trickle now catching up with Ward.
Jason Keller's he's doing a nice job,
He
too.
is.
He's just being
We need
really
to
careful. He won at Bristol, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Okay.
That's an interesting team. I mean, those guys.
Yeah, him and Green.
Yeah. And D'Souza and those guys, I mean, they don't know nothing.
They don't say squat.
They don't know nothing. They're winning races. And
57, Jason Keller, who's now in 6th. All right.
Michael and Randall LaJoy having a little run together here.
Yeah, they're up to 22nd, 23rd.
Mikey just gets way too high.
Yeah, he's running.
But he gets a good run off the corner when he does. I think LaJoy let him go. I don't think he couldn't see where he was. He's so high.
Eli, have you done a drop back at all?
No.
Have we posted anything as far as where everybody's at?
No.